Hello, welcome to Ultra Team Stronghold T versus my random opponent Schism. And this is gonna be one of those replays where I recorded first, or actually one of those games I recorded first, and then decided to cast later due to my sickness, and then I unfortunately forgot to record this, and I found it again. So I'm like, oh well. So my opponent is random, and I'm going to do a kind of more of a safer build. I do not like this map, especially in PvZs, because it kind of screws up my own build. Because I'm more focused and reliant on trying to protect my my natural with my 3 zealots. So even though your natural should be and it makes it hard for me to block their natural, since it's easier to have access to. But since this was part of the new laddering pool, and I still didn't know what the new maps were, I had to exit out the new maps and play the old maps that I generally didn't like, which was Polar Night and Ultrazine. So here we go with Gateway down on 13, smelling him out. And I'm doing this based on my fact I don't know what my opponent is, which we'll find out pretty as soon as my probe gets up to the top left corner. So we're gonna rally the probe out 14 on gas, as we see. So we're gonna try. What I've been doing is I've been rallying my probes. So now we know that my opponent is turned. Look at this gas count, 0, and then move out because he's probably got his. He's got to at least have his marine on the way, since he doesn't have gas. That means a few things, which is pretty much either good racks, like 3 racks, pressure, or an early expand. So really wasn't sure on that. I actually never did check the replay on it, so I'll just. So he does have me scouted to know where I am. He's checking to see if I've expanded yet. And then I've taken probes out of gas and gone with 4, so I can at least have a higher gas, have higher mineral count. So this is gonna make me so I can do an early expand. I actually did not know I killed the SCV. Like, where's the SCV? And then look at my zealot and say, oh, there he is. He got the kill. So now I'm actually gonna go do a little pressure with the units I do have, which would be my stalker and my zealot. So this is gonna be part of my expanding.
State thy bidding. I am the heart of dark. You require my one with the shadows. We move on.
And I guess he was trying to get another scout off, and that probably did not work for him. So there are those up to our gateways. This will be a early Templar archives build.
I am here in the shadows.
It's more safe. It gives me a little more options on tech.
You have not enough minerals.
I'm actually gonna drop that first. Normally robo would be a safe way to go, but I need to get my Templar archives out pretty fast. It's more getting it out faster earlier. I did mess up that part. Sorry, and I'll be doing this all off 3 gateways for a good majority of the game. It speeds up my tech, and as long as I keep my weapons pretty consistent, shouldn't have any problems. There's the bunker, and that is STEM being researched since my Zealot was getting slowed down. So, and it took me a few minutes to realize, oh, my gateways have, the research has finished. So, oh, oops. Oopsies. So now I do have my Zealot charge ready, getting going. I'm also getting a robotics. A for the observers, B for the immortals I will use later. I did not get Colossus there in the game. I could have, and it probably would have cut his medevacs in half, but I think he actually built a few Vikings within the game. So he does scout, he does see that. He does see my 3-gate robo. So, and he's actually rallying units, which is kind of strange that he would be doing that. So, you know what, whatever.
Research complete.
So I've got my first Templar. So I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, which is storm drop. So like, well, you know what? Might as well.
Justice.
If I have it available, I have it available. And all he's seen is 3-gate robo. He's not seen any other thing, which is my Twilight and my Templar archives. So he keeps scanning around the front. I'm sure he knows I do have an expansion. Why not? It's easily tucked away in the corner. And my charge is done, so instead of stepping those rocks for some reason. And then I was going to drop the DT shrine, which will give me a little, which will help me out as far as harassment wise. Dropping double forge in PvT is actually good, or at least getting at least if you get 1 forge, just keep pumping out the upgrades as fast as possible. So here we go, the storm drop. And I get about 5 kills on that. Now I'm just gonna hide. So here comes the medevacs. That tells me that the rest of the units should be on their way. So I am going to back them out. And then I'm going to take my 3rd. So as I slowed down his, kept slowing down his natural. So my DT shrine is now finished, so I will warp into DTs. I could have storm dropped right there on his units, so I should have done that. I'm not sure why I didn't. I guess I forgot I had a Templar in my
From the shadows,
So there's the first scan. There's the Viking.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
I must have thought I just had zealots in there because I. So that drop. It Well, that did a little damage anyways. And his drop's probably gonna do about the same amount of damage. But it just got...
We are focused.
Actually, I was still able to, you know, get away with most of my probes being alive. And I didn't take them out of my, so far out of the natural. So I keep chrono boosting on the probes, keep my gas count is high, which is good. I'm actually just stuck with gateway units, which is a few things my opponent does do is he keeps Marines at certain bases to see when my expansion timing is, which I do in general like. It's like, oh, it's something I don't really see too often. I'll try to incorporate that more in my play later on. Just takes a bit of time to do that. Especially because now I got all these new maps. So now I'm gonna cannon up my natural. Make sure that if he doesn't get in, or if he does get in, he at least gets hit with something, or at least loses a good chunk of his army. Now I've not moved any of my army out. There's no reason to. I'm better off defending. So every time I've done this, try to get these proxies out pretty fast. And there's a Marine. So what the heck?
Justice be done.
So now I'm gonna go scout for the Marine. Why the Marine? So now I'm gonna go the back way, not realizing that this map, the back way only leads into the third, or into the fourth, and not straight to the third. So I'm like, oh, okay, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna take a couple more DTs and I'm gonna swing them in. Got my zealots there doing their thing, so I'm gonna check both his fourth and his third. I know he's probably has his third down. It's only relying on how long he's had it there.
Upgrade complete. You must place that in a power.
And I do have a large amount of immortals.
Cannot maintain.
So.
By your will.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna take my zealots and I'm actually gonna go harass the mineral line. So he's got a bunch of SCVs on there. Taking out a couple already. Yeah. So the zealots literally pay for themselves. So I'm gonna take my expansion down there.
Mineral field. That must be placed. Are under attack. Mineral field.
And there is a point to where you cut workers and just start building army. I'm kind of still trying to figure that out. I think when you have at least 3 saturated bases worth of probes, or at least 2.5, you should probably just keep moving them from one to the other, because you want to at least constantly have several bases mining at a time, or at least 3 of them.
From the shadows I come. Cannot maintain. From the shadows.
So he's dropped a bunch of mules. I am going to take out those rocks. See, he does have a couple missile turrets up there.
Mineral field depleted.
So he's pretty much, by now I should stop building probes.
Must be placed.
It's just when you start to learn the game, you're always told to keep constantly building probes or workers, so and then there's always a time where you just stop. You just gotta cut. Had I had one more DT part of this, that building would have went down. So, alright, so my 3-3 upgrades are ready, except for my shield.
Research complete.
Another thing I should probably start doing is when I start taking these expansions is to take either 2 zealots or a zealot stalker and actually just go ahead and make sure that those areas are cleared. Of units to tell me that, oh yeah, he's taking it. Because there goes that expansion, and all of a sudden I lose a probe. So my probe that's supposed to build these proxy pylons keeps dying, except for the one that went down to the left.
We are the
So
blades of iron.
So now I'm at 200, 200, and I've got a nice good bank. I've actually got enough stuff in general to keep this
We stand
going.
as one.
And then I see really briefly I saw a medevac go by. I'm like, well, you know what, I'm just gonna ignore the it. I'm too far away from any of my other bases. And it's fine, because if he kills probes, I can build more armor. That's just how I see it. And there's all his army.
Our base is under attack.
Plus a ghost. I did not realize there was a ghost. And then I just, oh.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
So a bunch of reactors. Basically, this is me just going for an all kill. Just this is all I got left. Only one good storm out of the bunch, and then I got EMP'd. But oh well. But he was losing his army based off that. So hopefully you enjoyed. Have a good day. Bye.